How are you guys, family? I hope everyone is doing well and in great spirits. Happy New Year to you and families. I hope this year brings you lots of prosperity, health, wealth, and abundance. Okay, even though we all know the new year starts in Aries season, it's still a time to celebrate. Okay, thank you to those of you who are new here. I really appreciate you tuning in, like, sharing, and commenting on the content. Join our family, our tribe, and hit that notification bell. Okay, I'm more than happy to have you here. Also, to those of you who are returning, I appreciate your continued love and support as well. But y'all are the vibes. Switch the roles if you need to. Assign yourself where you see fit. Force anything to fit your experience, your timeline, your gender. All is fluid, especially in tarot. Okay. If this reading doesn't resonate, check out the others on my channel for your moon, your node, and your rising. Okay. Also, watch the houses where those placements are that will resonate with you as well. And just even watch all of them to get the bigger picture of your situation. Okay, so we're going to do something a little different today. And I'm starting with the Law of Attraction Oracle deck that I have. So we're going to talk about your manifestations. What might be blocking them? What's in the way? There are love, finance cards in this deck. So might not be a love message. I know a lot of people look for that. It could be about your business, your finances, your family, whatever. We're going to see what comes out, okay? So what is the message for Virgo? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus spirit. What does Virgo need to know? Well, that came out fast. Okay, patience. The universe moves in divine timing. Rushing will not speed up what is meant for you. Affirm. Everything is unfolding perfectly. Trust in the process instead of forcing outcomes. So yeah, there could be something that you're rushing, that you're forcing. Okay, it feels like I said, this card said things move in divine timing, and that is a very different timing from the one that we know. It cannot be measured, basically. What else? Time really is an illusion. The past, the present, the future, they all exist simultaneously. And if you don't change what it is that you're doing now, the past is your future. You get what I'm saying? So, okay, discord or internal struggle may be causing misalignment. Seek reconciliation and restore balance. So there could be a soul fragment that you're needing to recall. This could be in terms of the earth element. I mean, you are earth, but, you know, earth is like feeling grounded, feeling stable, you know, getting back to the basics, your body. Okay, we have inner hesitation is blocking your path. Strengthen your trust through repetition and affirmation. Okay, and I listened to a lecture the other day where it was saying how it takes 45 times for you to affirm something for it to switch in your subconscious. Okay, sometimes you can even use the 369 method in terms of manifesting, but welcome. Let's get one more card. I feel like the inner hesitation really that you're having here is just the lack of patience. It's like you could be losing faith because something is not happening as fast as you want it to happen. So this can be creating a resistance of you wanting to continue to do something when really that's not what should be happening. Okay. Well, okay, unfolding. Your path doesn't need to be fully visible. It reveals itself moment by moment. That's like saying you have to get started. If you don't know what direction you should be taking or where you should be going, not taking any action is not going to help you find out. Things will be revealed to you along the way. So it says it reveals itself moment by moment. Let go of the pressure to know everything now. Stay present and allow each step to emerge naturally. And yeah, I like to say that, like, if you can't see the whole path forward, as long as you know your next step, take that. Do that one. What's at the bottom here? Mental resistance may be keeping you stuck. Yeah, challenge your assumptions and rethink your approach. So you could be thinking that something is not going to work out because you're not seeing it. But like the first card said, it's happening in divine timing. Okay, it's not happening on your watch. So let's see what the oracle, what the tarot is saying about this. But I feel like the internal struggle here that this is talking about is really just you not seeing something happening. So it's like, should I keep going? Whatever it is, however this is resonating with you, should I keep going? Is this something that I should be doing? Like, you feel me? And that when I was finishing shuffling this deck, I seen the Page of Pentacles in the reverse. So that's like, maybe you need a practical plan for something, or maybe you're needing to invite more practicality into your life. Okay. Or even just something that you're doing is not working and you may need to switch something up, but we'll see what this is about. Hello, everyone. Messages for Virgo, Sun, Moon, rising, Venus. What you need to know. For those of you who are just joining, this is the Law of Attraction Oracle. Okay. So, what needs to happen in order for you to attract whatever it is that you're desiring? So, what's this Patience card? You know, I'm not really liking the fox that's on here. I don't know who this is, but there could be somebody else in your energy. There could be somebody else in your energy who is, yeah, look, Seven of Pentacles. This talks about elapsed time. This talks about reevaluating the situation, taking a second look at something. This talks about reevaluating a situation, taking a second look at something. This is towards Saturn, planning, strategizing. But it also talks about like being in this energy of like waiting, or how can I describe it? It's more so like when you're in that season of waiting, or time is like passing you by or whatever, focus on like depending and strategizing part of whatever it is that you're trying to do. But this does talk about elapsed time, and cycles are 7 years. So what's for discord or internal struggle? Strength card in the reverse. It could be your confidence. This is the solar plexus. So it often talks about your identity as well. Maybe you're like, I don't even know if something is for me anymore. Or if something is meant for me. Ooh, we got the death card here. Scorpio energy, a big change, a transformation. You could be going through a change, a death and rebirth. Or if this is in terms of business, maybe you could look into rebranding. What else for the inner halation? 9 of Wands reverse. So the Nine of Wands in reverse is Sagittarius. But this more so talks about like you surrendering, not wanting to fight or persevere anymore. This could also be you needing to find like choosing a path of least resistance is what this is giving me. Also, I thought just left me. Choosing the path of least resistance. Okay, it'll come back. What's unfolding? The world. So there could be something that you need to end. And it was related to this Nine of Wands, what I was saying. Like sometimes when you done hit so many obstacles or challenges, it's like, okay, I feel like that's where you're stuck. You're like trying to figure out if you should continue with something or not. That's really what this feels like. Because maybe I'm running out of patience. Mm. Yeah, Six of Wands, Empress reverse, Two of Cups. You know, this is really giving a love reading. And I've been trying I've been trying not to make the readings about love, but this is what this is feeling like. Okay, like either the Two of Cups in reverse is like you feeling in union with yourself, in alignment with yourself, or this is like you have only ever like attracted relationships to where with the Empress in the reverse you haven't been maybe appreciated, valued. This is like you having to neglect yourself to make other people feel happy, or I don't know. That's really giving you ain't found the right person yet, and you could be wondering like, is my person coming in, or with the Six of Wands, am I ever gonna get married, or something like that. Getting for some of you, maybe you could be in a connection right now, and you're waiting to see like if your person is going to take the next step in your relationship to proposal or marriage, and you're like, I'm not trying to be a girlfriend or somebody's lady. I like to say lady. Okay, like I do not like my man to call me my girlfriend. Like I'm not a girl, I'm a woman. So I know I might sound like I'm 12, but I'm in my 30s. So this is like, yeah, you don't want to be somebody's lady forever. But we'll see. So far we got all the fixed signs out here, Taurus and Leo, and we have Sagittarius. That's not a fixed sign though, but we have Sagittarius as well. Just the Seven of Pentacles. Ooh, yeah, see, King of Pentacles in the reverse. Now, this could be something in terms of business. Okay, so take this reading as it resonates. The King of Pentacles is Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy, or this is something that's happening in your finance. You could be wondering like when your next financial breakthrough is going to happen, or when you're going to start to see a business that you've invested a lot of time, energy, money into when you'll start to see a return on your investment. Okay, but if this is a relationship, some of you guys could be trying to really figure out why you keep attracting a King of Pentacles energy reverse, right? People who are maybe unloyal. That's first and foremost with this damn fox on the card. Maybe they have problems with their finances, or they're not stable, or they're just non-committal. You could be really trying to figure that out. What else for the Seven of Pentacles? The Magician. This is the second time this card came out. It just came out for Libra too. That's the reading that I just did. So maybe go watch Libra once it's finished processing. So the Magician is your energy. Okay, it's Virgo and Gemini. This talks about manifestation. Give me more on the Magician. I feel like for some of you, this is what you keep attracting. So there could be something that you need to heal from. Yeah, look, Three of Swords. It feels like you keep attracting people who maybe end up betraying you, or the King of Pentacles in a reverse, that gives a dusty. Yeah, look, the Lover is the Judgment. I feel like, yeah, you're really awakening to something that might be going on. I feel like you're starting to question a lot. You're becoming more self-aware in terms of your relationships or partnerships or the choices. Yeah, Queen of Wands in reverse with the moon. Wow, this is kind of went left real quick. Hmm. Yeah, I feel like some of you could be trying to manifest from an unhealed foundation to where you'll continue to attract. Because, right, the Three of Swords is a Saturn card, Libra Saturn. And that talks about, Libra's constellations talks about partnerships, fairness, balance, you know, things like that. So it's like you could be trying to manifest from, or maybe this is switch the roles. Somebody could be trying to manifest you back into their life after they've betrayed you. I'm kind of getting that too. But okay, so this is really giving me like you keep attracting a certain type of energy because there is like a lesson that you haven't learned yet. The Saturn talks about integrating wisdom or knowledge that you've gained or from experiences so that you evolve. The Three of Swords energy is really like a painful heartbreak or betrayal, but it's meant to help you evolve in a certain area or aspect. So it's like there could be something that you're not learning, or maybe it's like you're learning a lesson but you're not integrating it, or maybe with the Seven of Pentacles you're trying to figure out how or what you should do. But I really feel like somebody is like, where is my person? Where's my husband? Why do I keep attracting these low vibrational broke ass? Does these man or woman, it don't matter. You could be attracting women who don't have their shit together. Yeah, King of Cups. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. We're going to get to the bottom of this, Virgo, because now I'm glued to this read. Like, what is going on? So, the whole card that this is clarifying is patience. You cannot rush things. Okay, and I'm channeling something else too, but I'll see if it comes out in the read. Sometimes you gotta weed out the phonies with being selfish, with your yoni, with your phallus. I don't know why I felt called to say that, but I'm just gonna say it. Okay, so the King of Cups is like Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces energy, but this talks about in the upright, this is somebody that's a healer. Okay, they're very loving and nurturing, affectionate. They'll be able to meet you at the emotional depth that you're ready to go to, because water signs can really, they can go there with people in terms of emotional intimacy and things like that. Okay, they'll meet you wherever you're ready to, right? Love will meet you where you are. That's what I'm trying to say. So it's like if you keep attracting the same, and these people could be wearing a mask. This, they could masquerade as somebody who's like, because the magician can't be somebody that's wearing a mask or manipulative. They could be like somebody who's, you know, I'm hearing so much in my head. They could be masking as somebody who's like loving, caring, kind, and then they end up betraying you. Like this interesting. What else? Who's this King of Cups? Because I'm trying to figure out which side is he on, and maybe that's the problem. You be trying to figure out. This is giving somebody that shape shifting. We got the King of Pentacles in reverse and the King of Cups, both over here. The Six of Pentacles, Taurus Moon. What else for the King of Cups? The Devil in the reverse. The Temperance, the Empress in reverse. This feels like a soul tie that you have with this King of Cups, okay, or a soul contract. Whatever it is, you're manifesting these people because there is like a deep-seated fear or trauma that you're needing to break free from. even the devil energy, like I was saying, true Venus energy is lust. Like, you can lust after anything in life, but that's from an unbalanced, unhealed aspect. You get what I'm saying? Like, it's not always a good thing. And the devil usually appears to remind you, like, if you don't have control over your consciousness, something or someone else will hijack it. And this is when you start to get on autopilot and start operating out of your shadow, because your will act on your desires consciously or unconsciously, if that makes sense. So if you're trying to manifest from an unhealed aspect, you're unconsciously attracting in people that will teach you the things that you need to see about yourself in order for you to heal from. Relationships are mirrors. So I feel like there is somebody here that you're detaching from and taking your power back from. Okay, but at the same time, it's like, maybe this is what this person taught you, because even the Six of Pentacles talks about balance, reciprocity, equal give and take. It also could talk about you being really generous or just giving. But it's a moon energy, and you know, moon talks about the shadow, you know, the abyss, or your subconscious mind, because it's like never ending. The psyche, the things that we cannot see. What's the devil reverse? The Ten of Wands. Yeah, this is releasing Saturn. 2 cards of Saturn over here. King of Swords, 8 of Pentacles, huh? So you could have been with a Libra. Don't have to be. But the Ten of Wands talks about you releasing something from your subconscious. Or this could be overcoming fear, paranoia with the devil. I'm strongly getting an energy of lust in this read, and I don't know why. I'm trying to avoid it or skip around it, but that's really what this is giving me. And I can feel it now too. But so this talks about you releasing things. It could have been a trauma bond that you have with this person. What's the Three of Swords? Five of Wands. Yeah, I don't know. It feels like somebody here, they broke your heart. Somebody could have really broken your heart. This Three of Swords next to this King of Cups gives me somebody who you genuinely loved. Okay, and like I was saying at the beginning with the Seven of Pentacles, like this talks about elapsed time. This is something that you probably wouldn't have seen when you were ready to. It feels like I was saying in a Libra reading that some things only time can teach us. That's the whole point of the journey itself, is experience. If you hadn't gone down certain paths and hadn't done, like, you know, made certain decisions, you could have skipped out on very valuable lessons that you may have needed to learn. So I feel like the Five of Wands here, this person could have put you in competition. Maybe it was with another Leo, somebody much younger. Look, I'm telling you, this is like, I'm really getting lust here with this Ace of Wands. This could be like naivety. Like maybe you didn't know. Yeah, Seven of Swords. I'm telling you. Somebody in your energy was wearing a mask. I feel like they masked as somebody who was genuinely ready to love and be in a relationship and partnership with you. And then they turned out to be a dusty. But all in all, this is somebody who you're releasing, okay, and detaching. And if you're wondering why you manifested this person, okay, because you could have been like actively seeking like a relationship, and although you may have had the right intentions with the Magician being in the upright, it feels like there was still certain lessons that you needed to see or learn in order for you to be prepared for a true union. And releasing like lust could have been something significant. I remember getting this in a Virgo reading that I did like 2 months ago. So the Five of Wands is lots of drama, chaos. I feel like this person may have invited that into your life, or they put you in competition with, what's this Five of Wands? Another person. Somebody could have had, yeah, look, Page of Swords. Exactly what I was saying. Somebody could have had a lot of hoes that you didn't know about, but once y'all got into a relationship, it feel like you just had all these people who they had in their energy just watching you, stalking you. This is also like a gang stalking type of energy. Maybe you even had a physical altercation with one of them, or I don't know. This is really weird. Like, I don't know what they were doing, but you walked away. I was told not to use it. I keep getting tarot reading. Yeah, I feel like you should stick with one who that you trust, because you just don't want to spread your energy everywhere like that. And then all readers have like a different set of skill or wisdom. Okay, everybody doesn't have the same purpose. Everybody doesn't have the same wisdom. That's what makes us different, I really feel. But I feel like find maybe like, I don't know, one or two that you really like and just watch those. But even just watching that one all the time, 24/7, is not necessarily a good thing. But to me, it's less about sharing your energy and more about strengthening your own intuitive muscle and discernment. You get what I'm saying? If you're always like watching readings and things like that, you're not focusing on the now and what it is that you can control. Because although this can give you a future prediction, or although this can tell you the energy that's surrounding you, you can only control what's happening in that current moment. You get what I'm saying? And the energy can shift, it can change. That's why I said I'm not here every day. You won't catch me online posting videos or doing live readings every day, because I don't like to read on the same things over and over. But basically what I'm trying to say is you have to be able to lean on your own intuition and discernment so that you make the decisions that's best for you. That's all. So yeah, I feel like you could have had a lot of people watching you that were in competition with you. Like, it just feels like that energy. Somebody had a whole lot of, they had a roster. So anyway, what's the strength card in the reverse? This talks about a lack of confidence. Oh yeah, look, the star. This is healing and renewal. Love it. Yeah, the Hermit. You could have been on a solo journey for a while, or you could have been going through like maybe a dark night of the soul, or just feeling isolated, because I feel like you needed to restore and rejuvenate your energy. Okay, the star also talks about your hopes, your dreams, your wishes. This is Aquarian energy. Also your affiliations and things like that. So the strength card in reverse is like a lack of confidence. This is the internal struggle. Yeah, you have to be confident. The first, at least I feel, the first rule to manifesting is believing you are worthy of this that you're asking for and desiring. Okay, if you're not, and it's also, are you prepared to maintain whatever it is that you're asking for? But anyway, I feel like this could be a thing with the strength card in reverse. Maybe this is like you feeling insecurity, or you're not feeling confident and, you know, self-assured at the moment. But I feel like the star talks about you needing to have more faith, you needing to be optimistic, you needing to be hopeful, continue to dream, and you know, just keep hope alive. What's the strength card in reverse? Because there's some things that you needed to heal from. Yeah, look, the High Priestess. Ooh, I'm definitely getting a high vibrational Virgo. And if y'all didn't know, Virgo energy is the feminine aspect of God. So yeah, this is your intuition. I feel like you can intuitively feel something. It's almost like feeling the light at the end of the tunnel is what this is giving. I feel like this is also you needing to operate more out of your crown versus your lower nature. This could be something that has been, yeah, I feel like an internal battle or struggle, being able to overcome that. Yeah, both of these are the crown. And you know, long story short, like, lust is really just the soul's way of expressing itself as desiring union. It's trying to manifest union out of the lower nature versus the higher nature with the crown here. Okay, so this feels like you could be getting a lot of synchronicities. This feels like a lot of communication from spirit, your spirit guides, whoever you subscribe to. Also, you could be a high priestess. Let me see if the high priestess. This is Piscean energy and Aquarius. The Eight of Pentacles. Yeah, see, this is Virgo sun. Talks about your daily routines and regimens. Okay. Mastering your energy, being intentional about where you distribute your energy, your money, your time, your resources. It also talks about self-development and growth, progression, things like that, being very skilled. Yeah, this is giving Ace of Pentacles reverse, Queen of Pentacles in the reverse, Nine of Discs in the reverse. This is like somebody who has, I really don't have another way to say it, but like low self-worth and value. But it's more so because of how whoever this person is, or however the people that you've dated have treated you. Okay, the Star and the High Priestess, I feel like this is your true energy, your true essence, but you could be having a hard time seeing yourself this way due to like you not having confidence. Okay, but this really does feel like you're somebody that's hardworking, you have a great reputation. Okay, maybe you could be an entrepreneur or even have your own business. I feel like you have strong faith. This is a high vibrational energy here, but I feel like some of you might not see yourself this way. What's the Eight of Pentacles? Because that talks about your reputation. And so does Aquarius energy, kind of. Yeah, the Six of Wands in the reverse. The Justice reverse, the Eight of Wands reverse, and the Judgment. It feels like there has been maybe some delays. Okay. It gives somebody that's trailing behind their clock of destiny. Because you could be meant to be somebody that has like a divine mission or a prophecy to fulfill. With the Six of Wands in the reverse, whatever you've been giving your time, your energy, your attention to, it hasn't been leading you in that direction. What's the Star? But I'm getting like a literal goddess or a literal god with the Star and the High Priestess. Somebody who has a great deal of like ancient wisdom and knowledge. You're very like intuitive. You could be like really psychic. And that is the Virgo energy. Okay, it's like you guys are like the natural psychics and mediums of the zodiac signs. And it's more so with this Eight of Pentacles because y'all are able to see and pay attention to the subtle detail that's around you. Very detailed individuals. Like you'll notice like the very slightest shift or change in energy. Y'all very observant too. So yeah, I'm getting somebody that's like a real live god or goddess. What's the Star? Yeah, the Death card. This is a big change, transformation, rebirth. There's a lot from your crown chakra that's being released right now. And it feels like you're coming out of your subconscious mind too. You're shedding a lot of... And you know, honestly, the goal is to not live in thought at all. It's to just be. It's to just be. Three of Pentacles reverse, Knight of Cups reverse, the Empress reverse. Yeah. It feels like you dealt with a lot of people who have been like unreliable. They've been lazy, not wanting to put in any work or effort into a connection, breadcrumbing you and shit like that, while you've been the one giving and overextending and things like that. So this is getting ready to change. With the Death card. What else? We're on the Death card. Yeah, the Three of Wands, growth and expansion. There's definitely something here that's on the horizon for you because it feels like You could be starting to think more positively. You could be starting to pay attention more to your surroundings, using your intuition. I feel like this is something that you've had to overcome. Really following your intuition and paying attention to the details around you, of people, not dismissing it. Because sometimes, as soon as you give a motherfucker the benefit, here come the doubt. The doubt be right after, I swear. And like I was saying with Libra's reading, every time I doubted my intuition, I'm shown later down why I shouldn't have. Every single time. It never failed. It never failed. I just chose to ignore it. So this is like growth and expansion. There's a lot here that's being released. It feels like that you're being called to release, that you're being called to walk away from. For some of you, it could even be a job with the Six of Pentacles, the Six of Wands in reverse. Like, you could be putting in a lot of hard work and effort, but like, you're not being recognized for something that you're doing. It really feels like the death card here in the 10 of Wands, you could be seeing 10-10. I don't know. It feels like major endings that are happening in your life that are fated to transpire because you're not in alignment with, it feels like you're on a soul level in the destiny that you have, the mission that you have here with the Six of Wands in a reverse. You could be with the Star card and the Empress, like a healer. Let me see something right quick, because I know this is a goddess. But you could be like a healer. That is Virgo energy. Like I said, it's the feminine aspect of God. So it's also Isis, if y'all know her story, and Osiris. Excuse me. I don't know. If I find it, I'll put it in the description in this video. This is Three of Wands, but this is growth and expansion. This is your ships coming in here. The King of Swords, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, the Fool. This could be somebody that you're meant to leave behind. And this could even be a spirit guide. So this could be a Libra. Whoever it is, it feels like they changed a lot. They changed a lot about the trajectory of your path. It doesn't feel like it's in a bad way. What's the King of Swords? Eight of Wands. Yeah, this is like a positive shift forward. A big shift in the energy. Page of Wands reverse, Hierophant reverse, the Empress reverse. This could be somebody who you were with. It feels like you weren't able to be yourself here. Y'all belief systems, morals and values like that maybe didn't align with the Hierophant in the reverse. You could be more spiritual and this person is more practical is what I'm getting. But give me around this King of Swords. The Temperance. The Hand, the Justice reverse, the Queen of Cups reverse. It's a whole lot of back and forth energy with whoever this is. And it feels like it's because they shapeshift. This person, they feel like they shapeshift a lot. One minute y'all are meant to be together, and the next minute you're confused. Like, okay, is this really my person? Are they really going to are we really going to take this connection to the next level? This for those of you who could be dating a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Okay, but even the Temperance talks about patience. I feel like this Eight of Wands is you. You could be somebody who's very ambitious, very goal oriented. You could be very focused and driven. okay, on whatever it is that you want to achieve or you want to accomplish. And the Temperance feels like you could be sitting back here waiting for this person to match your energy. So this King of Cups, okay, I feel like this read is really telling a story right now. Okay, this King of Cups feels like the person in your past, right? To where this person was wearing a mask, a facade. You released this person, right? And they had a bunch of bitches and excuse me, but like it's like there was a whole lot of drama, conflict, gang stalking going on and things like that. This could be the person that you dealt with like out of lust, right? You could be somebody who moves fast through the timelines, and it feels like it'll be confusing to other people when they're watching you or seeing how you move and maneuver. But this Eight of Wands, that's what this is giving. So for right now, I feel like you could need to slow down and have patience with your journey. Appreciate where you are right now and really just stop to discern, because it feels like somebody here has a very specific mission or destiny or calling over their life. Okay, so this King of Cups is the past, and this is what you dealt with. You released this person, right? You had to rebuild yourself, because the healer heals themselves, right? With the Strength card in reverse, like you were rejuvenated, you were energized, you're focusing on your business and things like that, and now you have this King of Swords in your energy. So this could be where you are currently. You're trying to figure out if you should release this person, if y'all are going to take things to the next level. But I feel like this right now is what Spirit is needing you to have patience with, because this Eight of Wands here, it feels like this somebody who's showing you something. Maybe they are showing you or teaching you patience. The King of Swords is a leader, but at the same time, it feels like there's a lot of wisdom, guidance, information you are supposed to get from this person before you can move forward. Okay, so what's the Six of Wands in the reverse? It feels like this cycle could still be open, but this person is definitely taking you through a big change. Okay, so now we have the Tower, Two of Cups in the reverse, Ace of Wands. There could be like an explosive argument that just causes a breakup between the two of y'all. Something drastic or dramatic that happens. This is divine intervention. What's the Tower? Because this could be a good Tower. Ten of Swords. It's sideways. Ace of Wands. So Ten of Swords with the Tower. I'm so invested in this energy because this looks like it's telling a story now. It really does. Seven of Wands. Ace of Cups reverse, Emperor. Okay, so I see you. This King of Swords, although they might be showing you a certain way or they might be teaching you a lot of wisdom or information, it feels like with the Ace of Cups in reverse here, there is a lot of feelings that are being suppressed. Okay, for some of you, you could be starting to feel like the love is unrequited or whatever this may be. But something here is happening. The Tower with the Ten of Swords and the Seven of Wands. This can feel like an abrupt awakening that you may have had. It feels like something that could be happening overnight, to where it's like shifting your perception about this person in a way. This feels like a rapid or a quick ascension. And for some of you, maybe you could have been meant to awaken this person or to show them something. But it feels like here, something with this King of Swords is like abruptly ending. It could have ended in betrayal, or like I said, an argument that kind of revealed some things that made you realize like, okay, maybe I need to be protecting myself from this person. But it feels like they were more so meant to show you something about yourself or to teach you some information that you needed on your journey to get things going. With the Eight of Wands, okay, you could have been stuck in a certain position. If you had a business, or maybe if you were trying to get one off the ground or started, this is what this person was meant to show you or to help you, because the King of Swords is a leader. Okay, he's like the Queen of Swords too. They're very wise. Okay, they're like intelligent. Like most air signs that I know are. It could be wisdom, something that this person needed to show you, but they've brought about a major change in your life with the Death card. Something that this person needed to show you or teach you to get things going. You could have been stuck, or maybe you were alone for a while when you met this person. Okay, because even the Temperance talks about an ascension, alchemize and energy. They came to help you do something, and now it feels like this is abruptly ending, or it's going to. Wow. So this is like two people that you ran into that you thinking like, okay, yeah, this is going to be my lifetime partner. We're going to be together. Oh, I just dropped all them cards. Huh? We're going to be together, and then boom, something happens. And spirit, it's like, this feels more so like divine intervention, to where spirit is like, okay, it's time to move on now. You may have thought this was your person, but it's not. You got what you needed from this cycle, and you needed to keep going. But usually the tower is here is when you don't move on your own. So it's like you're being moved or carried out of whatever this situation is, because you got what you needed. And although it may have happened abruptly, it's time for you to keep moving. So the Seven of Swords is like, this helps you overcome challenges and obstacles, whatever you were facing. What's the Seven of Swords? Wands, excuse me. Even though this could be the energy of like wanting to guard and protect your territory, this also talks about going within, right? Things that you do to align yourself, mind, body, and spirit, that help you overcome challenges and obstacles. What's the Seven of Wands? Four of Wands. The Chariot, the Wheel of Fortune in the reverse. The Chariot talks about moving towards God's plan. That's why it's an unyielding force. It's the path that God has designed for you. And yeah, with the Wheel of Fortune in the reverse, this is like delays, setbacks, missed opportunities, a lack of growth and expansion. Okay, you trailing behind your clock of destiny, like I said. Okay, so what's the Four of Wands? This is Aries, Venus, the Moon. You know, it's given something is going on with this person's family. Maybe a marriage that they were in prior, or yeah, Two of Cups back here, Page of Wands reverse, Eight of Swords reverse. There's definitely something hidden, something that was behind the scenes that you probably weren't intuitively picking up on, or maybe you were, you just weren't following your intuition. That's what this inner hesitation is right here. Maybe this person gave you the illusion of wanting a union or to be in a partnership, because there's a difference between a relationship, a partnership, and a union, right? Like, union is where you two are not just cohabitating and coexisting, right? It's actually you two merging worlds. I feel like the Eight of Swords in reverse, you're shifting your perception on whatever this is now. Because something with this King of Swords, it feels like something may have came to teach you like structure, discipline, okay, wisdom and guidance, but you may not have been emotionally fulfilled in a connection. Maybe this person is teaching you how to communicate, okay, and how to speak up for yourself. I don't know. This is quite interesting. But the Tower with the Ten of Swords, spirit is definitely removing you from a place. There is something hidden about your family, this person's family, or maybe this person had a fear of, what's the Moon? Maybe that could be why they're taking so long. There could be fears or things that have been unspoken between the two of y'all that this person feels. Yeah, the Wheel of Fortune reverse. Two of Wands reverse. Yeah, it feels like this King of Swords is not necessarily your person either. They play a significant role in your journey as far as what they were meant to show you or teach you, but yeah, this is like a delay here. I feel like y'all could have thought this person was supposed to be it too. it really gives that. Like, you can run into a lot of people who things start going good. You like, this is my person, we're gonna be good, we're gonna get married, have a family, and then boom, you realize like, okay, this is not actually it. It's not who I want. There's a lot of confusion here. I'm about to pull some spiritual warfare cards. So yeah, there was a delay here. Also drama and chaos with this person. This person could have taught you how to, for some of y'all, I'm getting like combat skills with the Seven of Wands, how to defend yourself, maybe physically or spiritually too. If you're a high priestess. So this one broke your heart over here. This one taught you that you are a high priestess. That's what it really feels like. If you're not a high priestess, like this person awakened you, the inner god or goddess within you. They awakened something. I'm so invested in this. I wonder I wonder whose story this is. This one is definitely showing you something. And it feels like each person that you date, although it might end bad, or though it might end up not becoming your person, each of them help you recall a soul fragment. Each of them help awaken something within you that you need. And this King of Cups over here, it feels like you released this one on your own, right? You were able to observe with this Page of Swords. But this King of Swords, it feels like this is the one that you wanted to stay stuck with. This is the one that you wanted to be with. Maybe it's like, okay, I don't want another failed relationship with the Six of Wands in the reverse. But it's like, yeah, no, it's time to go. Tower, Ten of Swords. You could have had a mental shift or awakening like overnight, to where you just wake up and realize like, I'm not in alignment with what I'm supposed to be doing, because the Six of Wands in the reverse, where I'm supposed to be going, I'm not satisfied here anymore. I'm not getting the attention. I don't feel like I'm being appreciated or whatever. Yeah, that was spirit. That was definitely spirit. So what's this Nine of Wands in the reverse? And you could have been hesitating this. Okay, yeah, look, the Hangman. So this is also Piscean energy, the third eye. It talks about delays. Yeah. So the Nine of Wands in reverse with the Hangman is given like you were going to sit in this position until you seen what it is. Because like the Hangman is searching for light, clarity, understanding, wisdom. And once you receive whatever it is, then you move out of this energy. Okay, but the Nine of Wands in reverse is like you seeing that you're really needing to surrender something, but you're stuck. Yeah, inner hesitation is blocking your path. Strengthen your trust through repetition and affirmation. I feel like you could be one who likes to have more control over the trajectory of your life, or you could want to have more control in the outcomes of certain situations. But when you're a divine being, spirit is going to move you. If you stay stuck somewhere where you're not, and I know because I experienced this myself, if you stay stuck somewhere where you're not meant to be, spirit will move you. And it might be catastrophic, it might be chaotic, it might come through a tower, like I said. But when you have a divine mission, you can't afford to get hung up on the wrong people in the wrong environments. Okay, like that's, this read is deep. What's the Nine of Wands reverse? It's like you're knowing you're needing to surrender something, let go of this wounded warrior energy, trying to fight. But it doesn't feel like this King of Swords is a bad energy. Not at all. For some of you, this person was, okay? For others of you, this is more so somebody who was a part of your life path, but they weren't meant to be like a part of your destiny. They were meant to come and change and awaken something within you, and then it was time for you to go. But y'all don't align. This person feels more earthly, and you feel more spiritual. Okay, what's the Hangman? Yeah, Ace of Cups in the reverse. So yeah, this is like you suppressing certain feelings and emotions, okay, in terms of this connection over here, but you choosing to ignore them. And like the more you sit, the more things become delayed, the more you become unhappy, and eventually, you know, you start to feel resentful. Yeah, for some of you, Knight of Cups in reverse, you haven't been following your heart. And the Four of Cups in reverse also talks about not feeling accepted, welcomed, more so feeling ignored. And the Two of Cups back there too, yeah. It's like you could know that this is a good relationship with this King of Swords, but you know something is still missing. What's the Ace of Cups reverse? Something is still missing, and that could keep you stuck because you're like, figure out why. Like, it's not a bad person, but yeah, Two of Wands reverse. I feel like because you're healing, there's a portal here that's closing. I'm really seeing this Two of Wands in reverse as a portal that's closing. Whatever this person was meant to do, they did. And now, yeah, look, Chariot, it's time for you to move forward. There's another or a big opportunity in for you here. For some of you, maybe this is like a new car. Maybe y'all been wanting a car. Maybe you could have just recently bought a new car, or you're looking into getting a new car. I don't know, but this is like, I feel like the next that comes in here for you with the Ace of Pentacles, this is what's going to be long term. This is really what's going to be stable in abundance. So yeah, it's like the difference in the Eight of Wands here, you went through, it feels like a quantum leap. And this person is still stuck in the old timeline. So whatever signal you're on, they cannot reach you. That's where the disconnect is. It's not a bad person. It feels like you've just ascended past this person. Y'all are not energetically aligned anymore. And that's the disconnect. So it's like, okay, either you can sit here and wait for them to catch up, or you could keep moving. But eventually, if they don't catch up, you'll grow apart. Your interest will change as you learn more information, because the Temperance and the Eight of Wands talks about it's Sagittarius energy. Like I said, higher learning, philosophy, you know, you being more adventurous, wanting to get out and travel and explore. And usually the King of Swords energy are like, they live a more structured type of style. Okay, so this is the difference between masculine and feminine energy. Masculine is more about structure, discipline, okay, order. And the feminine energy is more chaotic. And I don't mean that in a bad way, but like, say like you got a man that goes to work every day. He go to work, you know, he has his normal routine. He go to work, go to the gas station, get his little snacks, come home, put on a movie, watch dinner, whatever. Watch TV, eat his dinner. And he does that every single day for 6 months straight, until you be like, hey, honey, like, we ain't been on a date in a while. Like, can we go out and do something fun? That's what I mean by chaos. Interrupting this person's routine, but not like fighting, altercations, drama, and stuff like that. You get what I'm saying? That's a difference. So it feels like y'all two are the opposite in a way. And as you ascend and learn more information, you're going to naturally want to get out and explore and see the world. Somebody could have a Sagittarius North Node. Okay, that's really what I'm getting here. But you're going through a quantum leap and this person is still stuck. That's the problem. What's the Two of Wands reverse? I feel like this is a very specific read. Like, very specific read. I know this is not going to, even somebody could be like on a twin flame journey. This is not going to resonate with anybody. In fact, if this is not your read, it's probably confusing as hell. Like, what is she talking about? So the Knight of Pentacles here, yeah, something is slowing you down. It'll slow you down. Emperor Judgment in the reverse. This is like slow moving energy. And you know, it's not necessarily a bad thing, but this is Virgo energy too, this Knight of Pentacles. It feels like there's a portal that's like slowly closing. Give me around the Two of Wands reverse. However y'all were able to relate in a past way won't be the same. And unless they ascend with you, y'all won't. It won't. Yeah, look, the Hierophant. I cannot make it up. An ascension. You operating more out of your higher self. You somebody ranked up spiritually like overnight. This feels like somebody's spiritual rank. Yeah, look, the Empress. Taurus and Libra energy. But this talks about your heart chakra and your sacral chakra. The Hierophant is more of your higher self, the 5D. I feel like also here, as you heal, your paradigms, morals, belief systems, shit like that is shifting. You know, you can have a problem with outgrowing your partners. And it's like, no matter how much you love and you're passionate about them and you care, and they could not be bad people, or maybe this one specifically is just like, with the Hangman, your mindset starts to shift. Because the Ace of Cups in reverse gives me somebody who has like a blocked heart chakra, especially them showing up as the King of Swords. And if your heart chakra is blocked, it creates stagnancy. It has its own electromagnetic field. So for some of you, maybe this could even be like y'all slow to get to a place of marriage or a higher level of commitment. The Two of Wands in reverse, something could be restricted though. And maybe it's like moving slow because you're meant to see that it's not in alignment with where you're going. It may have aligned with you for the time being, but it's not, maybe not in alignment with where you're headed, where you're going. You remember the Hierophant? Something could be a spiritual test. Lord, that was the Three of Cups. Hold on. Yep, I see exactly what's happening here. Especially as the star and the High Priestess, somebody here, this person, it feels like they definitely helped you heal a very specific aspect of yourself. But this is like the Three of Cups is you reuniting with your inner god or goddess. What's the heron? I don't like cards that fall on the floor, because the Three of Cups can be a reunion, but this feels like more so with your higher self. So this person could have meant to help you recall whatever soul segment that was left with this King of Cups. Okay, and you outgrowing this person too. So the Eight of Cups in the reverse, this is like somebody not seeing the bigger picture of a situation. Let's see, it's the Eight of Cups. This is a Saturn card though. Saturn is time. Six of Cups in the reverse. Yeah, this talks about, I really feel like growing, maturity. I feel like something is really going to worry you, because you probably have a lot of love for this person, but it's like you could be starting to see that y'all are really not aligned on a spiritual level. Give me one the Eight of Cups. Reverse. Lots of feelings and emotions with these cups, with these cup cards here. Yeah, the Chariot. Dang. I feel like whoever this person is, they're not growing at the same pace as you. For some of you, this person even triggered a lot of childhood wounds and insecurities that you may have had, so you could work through. And now that you're ready to move forward, yeah, I'm telling you, Eight of Swords in the reverse, Queen of Cups. The Queen of Cups is the soul. Sometimes I gotta look at these cards as not just being suitors and being more of an energy. It's the soul. This reading is so deep. Oh my gosh. This reading is so deep. So I feel like you're hesitant in leaving whoever this is over here. And because everybody is on different timelines, this person could be good for you and you're still hesitant in leaving them because they've been beneficial to you. This person could be terrible to you and You're like, with the moon and the Four of Wands back here, what if I leave this person and they go off and get married and give somebody else what it is that I've been desiring? That's an Aries Venus card. What it is that I wanted them to give me. Sometimes you just got to look at it as they weren't meant to. I don't know. Me being a Scorpio, I just come to terms with shit in my mind quick and let it go. That's what I was saying with the Nine of Wands back here, choosing the path of least resistance, because it's like you're resisting your own timeline, your own destiny, waiting for somebody to catch up, and it could be hard for you to reach back and help them get in alignment, you know, with you. That will create obstacles, challenges, and things like that. So the Six of Cups could be a breakup, or you two just no longer, because it's a shared energy. That could be what you're missing here. Y'all just no longer are in alignment. What's the Chariot? But this is your solar plexus. It only operates from the spirit of wisdom too. Once your mind, your body, and your spirit align, then you can move forward. That's why it's an unyielding force. It manifests as such because you have confidence in the direction that you're going. You have control in the direction that you're going. Nobody can try to swindle your mind and, you know, things like that. Yeah, Queen of Wands reverse and the Queen of Cups reverse. This could be the energy that you're moving out of. Even if this is not like you feeling insecure, okay, or emotionally unbalanced, this is like you could have been in karmic energy to where, not that you're a bad person, but there was lessons back here for you to learn. Like I said, recalling soul fragments. It feels like a lot of your relationships do that. And then the world here talks about feeling whole and complete. Right after this. What's the Queen of Cups reverse? King of Wands reverse. What's the Queen of Wands reverse? Now we have a pair here. The Two of Swords reverse. Coming out of denial. Facing your fears. You know what this feels like? This is like almost you having to break your own heart in a sense, or even be like you not knowing, because that's what this card talks about. Your path doesn't need to be fully visible. It reveals itself moment by moment. Let go of the pressure to know everything. Now stay present and allow each step to emerge naturally. So I don't know, it's like you could be not sure, not confident, not feeling emotionally grounded or stable, or just you don't want to, but you know you have to. That's what this feels like. So for some of you, this Chariot, it still feels like spirit moving you, spirit guiding you. Because the Chariot is your spirit. That's what rides on the Chariot. The dark figure is the mind. The white figure, or the dark figure, is the body. The light figure is the mind. Okay, then the person that rides on it is the spirit itself. The Emperor or the Empress. Yeah, King and Queen of Wands in the reverse. I don't know. So I don't know, maybe y'all just started to get in a lot of arguments and altercations because y'all beliefs weren't aligning. I'm getting like, for some of you, y'all could have started to be less intimate with this person because you just weren't feeling it. That gives like a sapiosexual. At least that's how I am. When my mind is not, you got to turn my mind on first. And y'all, I don't mean to call my personal business, but like, I've been abstinent for so long, child. So yeah, this is like you moving forward. This is have a karmic connection or something. Okay, it feels like Okay, so we have the King of Cups back here, and then we have the Queen of Cups in a reverse over here. Somebody is moving out of two timelines simultaneously is what this feels like. This feels like two different relationships. Or this is the energy that you're moving out of, and now that you've healed, okay, you're no longer resonating with who that is over there either. So yeah, this is what you're healing from. It's like healing from the person that came prior to this King of Swords. Is releasing this King of Swords as well. That's what I'm saying. Like, it feel like this person, they had a very specific purpose, and now it's time for you to go. Could have had to deal with a lot of your confidence, okay? Somebody, it feel like they came through and like they motivated you to do something. I don't know. What's the world? I'm gonna pull some spiritual cards on this. What's the world? Because this talks about a cycle being, yeah, look, just Justice card. A cycle being complete, a lesson being learned, okay, a timeline ending. Yeah. This is like things may have been off balance. But even Libra's constellation talks about duality, balance of good and evil too. What's the Justice in the reverse? This feels like some karmic debt is clearing. What's the Justice reverse? This reading gonna be so long. Yeah, look, Five of Pentacles in the reverse, healing. Overcoming a mentality or a mindset of one of lack at that. This feels like in terms of you feeling worthy, honestly. You run the Justice in the reverse. Yeah, the Two of Cups. This is like you merging back in union with yourself. The Ace of Swords. Wow. It feels like somebody could have been your facilitator as a twin flame facilitator. And I'm gonna pull on this twin flame deck over here, because that's really what this feels like. The people that you have dated, one of them feels like they were completely bad, completely wrong. Okay, somebody that like probably traumatized you. And then another one feels like they weren't wrong for you, but they taught you what it is that you needed to know. And it's like this bittersweet energy of knowing that it's time for you to move. And because you didn't want to, spirit intervened. So something could have ended in a drastic or chaotic way. But it's not that this person was bad. It's just that it was time for you to go. And then you have something internal that you were dealing with or battling with, okay? And now that you've recalled whatever it is that you needed to, you're ready to move out of this energy with this Chariot here, and like fast, quick moving energy. And you don't know why. The Queen of Wands, Queen of Cups in a reverse, but you're moving. Like you have to. You're being called to and guided. It feels like spirit pushing you and urging you out of a certain place that you've been in. And the Two of Swords reverse, Libra moon, it feels like you're needing to face your fears and let this go, because something was missing with this person. And maybe it was emotional fulfillment, had more of a intellectual or telepathic bond. But it wasn't something that like fulfilled you on an emotional level. Maybe not as much as you would desire it to. It's like something was missing. There was a spark here that just died between you and whoever this was. Okay, so give me more on the Five of Pentacles in the reverse. Yeah, look, the Sun, which talks about your life force, your energy, your vitality. For some of you, this person back here could have helped you recall a And they could have spent a very short period of time in your life too. I don't know, but it helped you to see something about yourself. This Two of Cups could be the relationship that you've been waiting or looking for, but it's like it helped you to see that maybe you needed to be treated fairly, but it's tied to like your self-worth is really what this feels like. To me, the Justice card and the Strength card kind of go hand in hand, and they're both here. Because like you having the courage, the strength, the willpower, and a sense of pride will essentially help you take the steps necessary to put yourself in places where you are getting what you deserve. You know what I'm saying? Like they kind of go hand in hand. God said, be still. Yes, that's meditation. I'm so ready, just waiting on the Lord. Yes, I see it here too. I really do. With the Star card and the Priestess, it's like Spirit got their hands all over your life right now. Even the Tower, that's divine intervention. Will is divine timing. Like, this reading is deep, but it also feels like somebody has, I feel like why it's so confusing for me to really read this energy the way I can explain it to you or articulate it to you is because there's a lot of things that you may not know, or a lot of hidden mystery behind like why your path looks so different, or why like your journey has just been so challenging. Is because you have to master like really leaning and trusting Spirit to guide you where it is that you need to go. Like you could have had to just release and let go of a lot of people, move out of a lot of environments, like random and spontaneously without even knowing why. But it's like Spirit just shifts certain things in your life. Okay, and if you don't lean into that feeling, it causes a lot of anxiety because your body is in a place where your spirit is no longer resonating. Okay, and I know because I felt this energy before. It's like I don't know what the fuck is going on. I don't know why. I just know like, yeah, this is not for me anymore. So yeah, for some of you, I feel like whoever you created a soul contract with here, this Two of Cups and the Sun, you had to complete a very specific journey cycle in order for you to be prepared for this person. And I feel like this is your ultimate happiness with the Sun and the Two of Cups here. Because the Two of Cups can even be like a soulmate type of energy. To me, that's like the real soulmate card. The Six of Cups, it can be a soulmate, but it's still like past life energy, not the one that you want in this lifetime. Even the Lovers, that can be twin flame, but that's more of a mental, telepathic bond. Versus the Two of Cups, it's like the souls being on the same frequency. Shared passion, shared energy, shared interests, all of that. It's like y'all one and the same. It's the Two of Cups is that unspoken bond, right? You could walk into a room holding hands with your person, and a lot of people will have like y'all backs, their backs turned to y'all, but they'll like feel y'all energy and feel the love between y'all without y'all even have to say anything, or sometimes even be touching each other. It's that powerful, especially with the Sun here. Yeah, look, I just put the deck on Written in the Stars, Destiny Meant to Be, Predestined Astrology. Wow. Sheesh. Okay, I really want to know about this King of Swords over here. Something is cooking. Creative plans, making progress, using your skills and ideas. Yeah, that's probably what they taught you. So whoever your person is, y'all could be in the same line of work. Twin flames are usually like that too, because y'all are meant to be of service to the collective together. There's like a higher purpose or mission. And you know, now that I'm looking at this again, we got the Star and the High Priestess, And then we have the Hierophant over here. With the Eight of Cups in the reverse next to him. This could be somebody coming out of some sort of an illusion. It could be that too. Or this person is like returning to you. The Eight of Cups in reverse can be returning. As this portal closes between you and your last person, your soulmate, it feels like, or your twin flame, whoever is slowly returning to you. Sometimes it's you returning to yourself. At the end of the day, you kind of are your twin flame. So give me more on this King of Swords. If y'all believe in that. I know everybody don't, but that's really what I'm feeling here. Somebody who's been on a twin flame journey. So it says quiescence, rest, quiet, calm, inner peace, serene, tranquil spirit. A temporary pause is needed. You can reemerge when ready. Yes. And then we have a butterfly on here. We do have a tree, but it's bare. Okay. It's also nighttime in this card. Yeah. So this person, wow. They definitely helped you heal from something. And you know, it's kind of sad because like, you're not getting a bad energy off of this person. It's like, this is just not who you're meant to be with. For some of you. For others of you, this was a relationship that ended in betrayal. But y'all know what type of time y'all relationships are on. Yeah, look, switch a solution on its way, unstoppable force, inspired action set in motion, moving quickly. For some of you, you definitely move quickly. And I feel like you could face that a lot. You outgrow your partners. Like, what else for this pretty penny? A large sum of money, expensive, high value, income, windfall, profits, financial success, fortune, wealth, and prosperity. But you know, I'm really not getting finances from this. I'm really helping this person help you heal and really see yourself for who you truly are. Like your self-worth. They helped you to see the inner god or goddess. The God within you. That's really what this feels like. The goddess within you. They helped you to see that about yourself. Okay, and this could have really helped like certain projects and things like that, or your goals and aspirations. It could have really helped you jumpstart that and get you in the momentum of wanting to pursue your goals, your dreams, your aspirations. This feels like somebody that spirit divinely guided towards you with the star and the high priestess here, because this could have been the perfect person to help you overcome something. And you know, I'm also seeing here with the temperance, okay, and the Eight of Wands, this person, for some of you, okay, because I'm seeing two different timelines here, they were really, really patient with you. It feels like the Eight of Wands with temperance, they speak to you in a calm manner. Okay, like there could be like very little arguments between y'all. Maybe y'all just communicate in a way to where y'all both hear and understand each other without having to scream and have like screaming matches and battles and things like that. Yeah, look, communication, connect, pick up, hang up, call back, whatever that means. But it's something significant about the communication that you and this person had that was really valuable to you. This could be somebody who gave you a lot of wise words and wisdom and ideas. Whatever they did, they helped you set some shit into motion and you took off fast. But it's like, now you're leaving this person behind. That's why I'm getting like a bittersweet. Yeah, they helped you to restore your energy, your spirit. Recall that soul fragment that you needed in order for you to, you know, have the courage, the faith to embark on whatever endeavors that you needed to. What's the Queen of Cups, Queen of Wands reverse, in a reverse? Uninvited guests, invading privacy, interruption, disregarding boundaries, unwanted communication. That's in the reverse. Yeah, see? Okay, I'm really, whoever this is feels like a high priestess. a starseed, a light worker, whatever. Okay, you have a divine mission. But really, what I'm getting is this person really helped you learn to protect yourself. Whatever they did to help you strengthen your spirit, you learned to protect yourself. Yeah, look, heartache, grief, emotional struggle, sadness, despair, downhearted, tears come from the heart. Sorrow is the price paid. Mm. What else for this Queen of Cups, Queen of Wands reverse? So this is in the reverse. Things are not what they seem. Madness, delusion, a lack of spiritual clarity. Brain hardwired for survival, not happiness. A shift in focus is needed. Purify the mind. A lack of spiritual clarity. Yeah, I feel like they really awakened you. Was the devil in the reverse back here? Yeah. They helped free you from the subconscious mind that you were operating out of, from whatever the attacks of this King of Cups was. This person feels like a warlock or a sorcerer of some sort. Sheesh, what's the sun in the Two of Cups? I'm about to do a sacred spirit oracle. Yeah, look. Oh my gosh. The heart chakra. See? I love it. Self-realization. Discover layers within. So this is like union with yourself. I'm definitely feeling another person, because the sun here could be a divine masculine energy. Divine feminine energy. Switch the roles if you need to. But you see, it was in the reverse over here. Okay, this is like the Ace of Cups. It can be. It's still the heart chakra regardless. And now it's in the upright over here. Okay, let's do a twin flame. Wow. This King of Swords had a very significant role in your life. Love it. That's what it feels like. Somebody on a twin flame journey, for real. But the world is like a lesson learned, a cycle complete, a goal or milestone being achieved. It feels like you're done with these imbalanced, breadcrumbing, non-reciprocal ass relationships with the Justice in the reverse. That's what's coming to an end. Okay, you've healed from even, or you're about to. I feel like a lot of people could be stuck at King of Swords right now. That could be like the current energy is really what I'm getting. Okay, and this could be where you're needing to see. It's not that this person is bad for you. It's just that this is not your person. And for some of you, I feel like you're already starting to feel the disconnect of you vibrating on a higher frequency than this person. And it's a little bit of sadness, because it's like, damn, like, they ain't really do nothing wrong to me, or like, we have a great connection here, but you're outgrowing them at a rapid pace. What's the message here, Virgo? And you suppressing this with the Ace of Cups in the reverse is only creating a restriction. Yeah, that card says invitation is blocking your path. And then the last one says unfolding. Your path doesn't need to be fully visible. It reveals itself moment by moment. Let go of the pressure to know everything now. And the Hangman can talk about getting grounded in your reality. What's the message here for Virgo? Let go of expectations. I am enough, period. 11:11. You could be seeing that. Then at the bottom we have expanding consciousness, 1010, the high priestess. Exactly. Whoever I'm talking to could be a high priestess. I really feel like you are with a divine mission. Okay, and your lovers came to teach you and help you recall soul fragments, but you've never actually run into the person that you actually feel totally whole and complete with. I'm so invested in this. I didn't even take out the book. Yeah, it looks like she is wheeling back. You know, like that thing that dropped to dock a ship or whatever. You know what I'm talking about? It's like her wheeling back in. Or she could be getting water from a well too, And you know, water is consciousness. It's lots of butterflies in this card with flowers. Okay, let's read this. Okay, it takes me a while to find the card for this one because how this is indexed. I think this is the late color though. Let me see. I should read that High Priestess card too, shouldn't I? Because I feel like that's significant. What's this? Level of expectations. Okay, number 39, which is 11. Yeah, 11 is a master number too. 11, people who have life path 11 are master teachers. By the way, that's what this is giving. Okay, so there is power shifting from not feeling good enough to declaring I am enough. When you claim ownership of your worth, it gives you permission to let go of expectations and be yourself. If you focus on fulfilling your own needs, it releases conditions that you had once placed on others, creating empowerment and the freedom to be your true self. This card indicates that others have placed expectations on you, causing you to strive for overachievement. Okay, focusing on your progress prevents you from constantly seeking an end result that sets you for failure and decreases your value. Hold on, let me read that again. Focusing on your progress prevents you from constantly seeking an end result. Okay, so I get what this is saying. Sometimes you gotta stop and appreciate where you are now, all that you've overcome. Okay, that's kind of what I'm getting from that confirmation. My phone just went off. Yeah. Yeah, it's like feeling like no matter how much you've achieved or accomplished, you never feel like you've done enough. Maybe that's the problem with this King of Swords over here. Mm-hmm. So whoever this is could have an insatiable appetite. And you know what I was saying? Like, this person feels more earthly than you because they could feel like they could be materialistic to where they need all these tangible things and shoes and clothes and whatever. And they feel like they got to work hard to buy all these fancy things. And you're like, no. Like, you're like, no, you could be more spiritual. Okay, I see. Oh, okay, that's what I'm getting from that. So their need for success is different from yours. Yours is, I feel like you're a healer. You have a life mission or whatever to work to like help uplift the collective or whatever the case you may be. It feels like y'all's influence or motivation for wanting to have money or success is different, and that's what's creating a disconnect between y'all. Okay, so I could see that, because that would really turn you, it would turn me off. Like, we're making all this money and like you could be, because the Seven of Pentacles was the card out first. This talks about wealth, inheritance, and things like that. You could be more into generational wealth and building, okay? And this person could be more into wealth and prosperity and things like that, to have more material abundance in this earthly realm, and you're the opposite. So I don't know, if y'all own property and things like that, look into estate planning. Okay, figure out how to protect your assets and resources and things like that. Okay, so let me finish reading this card. Yeah, the key to feeling good enough is to develop self-acceptance, cultivate self-awareness, create self-confidence, and build self-esteem to help your soul grow and expand in the process. You were born to be extraordinary, just like the cycle of life, a butterfly. Just like the cycle of a butterfly, you are going through extreme change that is transforming you into someone different. Don't fight this process. Look within and see the true beauty that lies there, and praise yourself for your accomplishments, helping you confidently say, I am enough. Yeah. Okay, so that's what it is about this King of Swords. I'm like, why do you need to lead? And I was confused too. Like, yeah, it's different. Y'all operate on different spiritual or vibrational frequencies, and it feels like this person is not bad, but what motivates y'all is different. Like, y'all might have the same passion and desire for success and abundance and things like that, but I feel like the end result is different. They want to spend their money on material things, and you want to spend it on helping the collective, you know, having generational wealth and success and things like that. Did I see the Ten of Pentacles out here? I don't know, but it's different. And the Ten of Pentacles is a Virgo card. It's Virgo Mercury. But so it feels like you expected you and this person to be able to maybe grow together, or for y'all to have the same, that's what the Hierophant is over here, morals, values, belief systems, paradigms, whatever the case may be. And the Eight of Cups in the reverse is like you're slowly starting to see that it's not the same. You have the same work ethic. Y'all might have the same drive, ambition, or whatever, but I feel like what y'all want y'all lives to look like is different. They're more earthly, you're more spiritual. Okay, I'm glad I got to the bottom of this, because I was like, whoa, this definitely feels like somebody that's on a twin flame journey. And while you might be here with this King of Swords right now, I feel like as you start to heal and your belief systems start to shed from the ones, because the Six of Cups is here, you start to shed the programming of your childhood and your upbringing and things like that, you'll slowly start to see that you and this person are not actually aligned on a spiritual level, because the soul and the spirit is different. The soul is what has more of your feelings and emotions and things like that. Your spirit, that is what you've carried with you through lifetimes. You get what I'm saying? Like, it's different. They're the same, but they're different. I really don't know how to explain it, but they're different. So anyway, this was your message. Whoever you are meeting in the future, the world can be a year or more, sadly. Okay, just throwing that out there. Yeah, there's a specific person that you aligned with, and this is the one that's really going to awaken your heart. Okay, really. So thank y'all so much for tuning in. I really appreciate y'all being here. Okay, like, share, comment, and subscribe. Let me know your thoughts and things like that. But I will catch y'all in the next reading. Bye.